Good afternoon, sci-fi movie nerds, and welcome to another episode of the Sci-Fi Movie Guy. My name is Mike, and we're here to talk about and do a review of the movie Annihilation. So, this movie is premised on the fact that something hits the Earth and then begins to form this ecosystem that's growing on planet Earth. So while this is happening, the main character, played by Natalie Portman, who is a biologist and a former Army soldier, decides to go into the Shimmer. They're calling it the Shimmer, along with some other female scientists. Tessa Thompson is in this movie. She was from Creed. She is one of the female scientists that goes in, and really those are the only two characters that are memorable in this movie. So then they have to go inside and find out what's going on. That's the basic premise of this movie. And for all intents and purposes, this is a good science fiction movie. So when I get to my rating, I think some people are going to be a little surprised because this movie really makes you think. It's an incredibly slow-moving, paced movie with just a tiny little bit of action thrown in. And it's a real thinker. Now, I think that most kids, if they were to go see this movie, are going to be bored silly, because the way kids are these days, if you're not always looking at robots blowing up or lightsabers going off or big action scenes, they're not interested in these movies. And so this movie, I think, is more of an adult movie. It's for somebody who wants to really think about a science fiction movie, and for somebody who wants to have their mind blown a little bit. So the only issue that I had with this movie was the way it ended. I don't feel like the anticipation of the entire movie going through and what it was building to was quite as good a payoff at the end as I would have liked. But that's not saying it's a bad ending. It's just not what I was hoping for. But at the same time, this movie makes you really think. And when I was talking to some people after the movie in the lobby, and everybody had a different meaning of what this movie was. And so that's good. It's making people talk about this, and it's really making you delve into what science fiction should be. So as far as a sci-fi movie goes, this is pretty good. Now, this is by the same director that did Ex Machina. And I really enjoyed Ex Machina. I didn't think it was a super movie, but I really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy this movie quite as much as Ex Machina. But again, I think this movie was well done for what it was supposed to be, and it was supposed to be a bit of a sci-fi with tiny bit of horror thrown in. Again, thought it was a good movie, but my rating system goes, there's must-see, go, wait for video, and no. This one I'm giving a wait for video because I don't really think, I didn't see anything in this movie that makes it so that you have to see it in the theater. I also think that I might have even enjoyed this more on my big TV at home, you know, relaxing, because the movie theater was quite quiet. It didn't need an audience participation to go, and I know that movie studios won't like that I'm saying wait for video, but I just don't think you need to spend the, $15 to go to the theater to see this movie. I think it's fine waiting till it comes out on Blu-ray. So again, even though I'm giving it a wait for video, I did like this movie. I didn't love this movie, though. I did not love it. Natalie Portman was great in her character. She acted very well. I think the script was well done. Tessa Thompson was really good in this. So, yeah, that's my review. Please let me know in the comments if you've seen Annihilation and what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Again, I didn't want to get into any spoilers, and it's really tough to review this movie without getting into spoilers. So please let me know what you thought, and if you want to contact me, you can do it at email with movieguySci-fi@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at movieguySci-fi. And remember, everybody, nerds rule the world.